longer you hold a broadly diversified portfolio, the greater chance you have of having a successful investing experience. Historically, the negative periods of 5 years or more are shockingly low. To be a successful investor, you must endure the down markets and use them to your advantage by buying low and profiting in the long run. In other words, rebalancing. If an investor could sleep through the drama of a crash and wake up 5 or 10 years later, would they behave differently? Absolutely. But we don't have that luxury, do we? No, we have to go through it day after day after day, sometimes miserable days. So why do investors panic? Well, when they get under stress, you know, it's the stress of seeing an account statement go down in value for 2, 3, 4, 5 months at a time. They relapse. They go back to old habits. Whether it's, you know, the addiction is shopping or sex or drugs or gambling, but in investing, it's market timing or forecasting or predicting or panicking. And then they buy high and sell low, and buy high and sell low. They revert back to old habits. And then we have the hype and the horror from the financial industry, from the prognosticators, and it will never, ever, ever end. Never. They prey on the false hopes and the wish fulfillments and the empty promises of investors. So here's what the hype looks like. You know, Jim Rogers, he's called the Indiana Jones of finance. And he's always promoting China, 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 right? And this was back in 2007, and we know what's happening with China now. Well, no economy always goes up forever. And he's still promoting China. And then we have stuff like this. This was in Investors Business Daily on August 31st, just a few days ago. Make $5,247 profit per trade. Make over $1 million within 2 months or more. Or more. And these ads are in the newspapers all the time. And they don't put them in there because nobody buys this stuff. And the fear mongers. Fear and pessimism sells. This is why that they interview the people on TV. This is why they put out things like, you know, the end of America. Sells magazines, newspapers, TV ads, books, newsletters. And what are investors being bombarded with? You know, stuff like this, the global financial crisis and the currency collapse and the American meltdown.
The city is headed for a disaster of biblical proportion.
What do you mean, biblical?
What he means is Old Testament, Mr.
Yes.
Mayor. Real wrath of God type stuff.
Exactly.
Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies. Rivers and seas boiling.
40 years of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes.
The dead rising from the grave.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Now, that's funny, and you guys have probably, some of you have seen that before, but you think I'm kidding, right? This is February 2009, just a few weeks before the bottom of the crash and the financial crisis.
Maria, it's never coming back. Living standards will never be the same. You cannot have an $8 trillion negative wealth effect from housing. You can't have a $10 trillion hit on capital markets. You can't have a bunch of insane government programs and bailouts and everything else. Nothing makes sense. The consumer knows it. It's indefinite. America will never be the same. We have trillion-dollar deficits, Maria, for 10 years.
Well, so you're saying that people are not going to be going in the spend-thrift direction anytime sooner. They'll stay with the discount retailers? Is that what you're saying?
Indefinitely. Maria, this is here to stay. Our country will never be the same. We have permanent damage to our financial system, which is in a depression, residential. It's in a depression. By the way, I think there's a 50% chance we are going into a full-scale depression. That's my view, and it's not getting fixed.
50%. 50-50 chance. And you're going to see this in the next few months. If this market continues to be volatile, guys like this are going to be coming on TV. This was, if you had $100,000 and invested it for 10 years, including that crash, you would have ended up with about $211,000. This star was the day that that guy came on TV and said that. And how many investors did he get to panic by just doing that interview? And of course, the CNBC and Fox Business, and they love this kind of stuff. They love it. And all of a sudden, so you panic, you get out, and then this happens. You're in cash. Oh, should I get out? Oh, here, I knew it's going to go back down again. It went back down, so oh, thank God I'm in cash. And then it goes, oh, thank God I'm in cash. And, oh. People that predict crashes, they sound really good, they dress really nice, they state a good case. All these guys are smart and articulate when they come on TV. Some believe what they say. More often than not, they know that they can make a lot of money by scaring people.